Welcome back to the workbench where we're still working on the P-51 Mustang Metal Earth steel model kit build. This thing has been quite the nightmare for me. I am not very good at this. This is the first one I've ever built, but we have made decent progress. We've got what basically looks like almost a full plane. We just need some underside, or I guess a rear landing gear and a prop and whatnot, but we're making good progress, I think. And what we finished up working on last time actually was that rear landing gear. This is basically what you would call a tail dragger. So it's got just a little wheel out back, which here it is. that is no less than one, two, three, four folds to make that. Yeah, that was a nightmare. So now we need to make essentially the housing that's going to hold it. It's going to go into this guy first. So let's just, I'm going to use, I think what I've been using is the edge of my little tray here. I'm going to bend, what all do we have? How many bends are we making? Yeah, we're making 4 bends. Okay, all going this way. Okay, I'm going to use it to bend the tab side so that I know I get a 90-degree bend, at least for the tabs. Let me see. Get that done. You can see what I'm talking about. Now, what's important, or at least what I've learned that's important, is to get these tabs, which I did not make 90-degree bends, of course, but to get these tabs where they need to be so that they line up with where they need to go. I need to actually bend those out. I went a little over 90. Use the back side of my tweezers. Okay, that's pretty close. Now I've got to get these other 2 sides to bend up, basically making a box. If I've found that if you just use your pliers, your needle nose, and just start the bend, because they give you a perforated line, but just start that bend, and then you can finish the bend. What I'm using, just something flat. I'm using the flat side of some tweezers, and I've found that works pretty good. I'm sure there's probably a better method out there. There we go. And then now, if I don't lose it, we've got just kind of a little box missing the top, I guess you can say, because that's where our landing gear is going to insert. And there's 2 little slots. We got 2 tabs, and there is about no chance on this green earth that those tabs are going to line up with those slots. So let me see if I can square this out a little bit. And now you just kind of, I don't know, whatever, if you have a God to pray to, or if you like to cross, whatever it is you do, cross your fingers. We're going to hope, wait, which way does it go? The tabs go, oh, it goes this way, first of all. And the tabs go on the wheel side. And I should have paid attention to the instructions, because they actually said to insert this part first, which would have made a heck of a lot more sense. Okay, we're actually in, because now there's no way I can get my tabs. Okay, let's see. So let's bend these outsides back out. We got to be very careful, because what'll happen if you manipulate this stuff too much, and if you go back and watch one of the previous episodes, check the playlist. But if you watch one of the previous episodes, pretty much any previous episode, I've broken pieces by trying to over manipulating this. Let me see if I can get in here and just kind of tighten those in. You're supposed to twist them. If I can get a hold of the tabs and just twist. Did I get it? It seems to be holding. Kind of. What happened is I think I twisted one of them. I've got a smaller set of needle nose. They're just not, they're old and not very good. I don't know if I can grab. Man, I don't want to break this little box. This is where you should pay attention to your order of operations. I think that's going to hold. It's a little, oh my goodness, I'm going to break the, okay, I'm just going to go with it because I'm afraid stuff's going to start breaking here in a second. It's holding. It's a little loose, but it's holding. I'll lay it here. You can probably kind of see, hopefully you can kind of see what we've got going there. Because now we've got to make essentially another box out of this guy here. Is there an engraved side? This is the engraved side. I would think For this, we're going to want that to the inside of the bins. Slide you out of the way. Again, I think I'm going to bend. Wait, are we supposed to? Okay, order of operations. Let's do this correctly. We need to put our wheel in first, which is going to go this way. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, actually, there's even more. Okay, so this. Yeah, the tabs go to the back, the wheel toward the front this way. Just make sure you get your all your orientations correct. Come on. It should, I would think this would pop right in. You would think. For some reason, I'm getting one and not the other. I cannot. Oh, I see. You kind of have to put them both in at the same time, I think. Which is, again, sometimes easier said than done. I think they're spread a little too far apart. This stuff is so tiny. If this model was like twice the size, and I don't know if that exists. I don't know if they make these metal model things twice as big. I would find it more fun. It's just for me personally, it's just too fiddly because everything's so small. Okay, now I can grab these and twist it into place. Okay, no, I thought I lost my top one, but I didn't. It's right here. Grab the other tab and twist it. Just give it a 90-degree twist, and that'll should hold it tight. Our landing gear is actually very loose in there, but I don't know what we're going to do about that. It's not a real airplane. It doesn't have to actually use it to land on. Just has to sit there and look right. Let's start folding all this stuff over. I'm going to fold the tabs on the edge of this here. Like that. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to use my pliers to try to start this bend. Lay them right on the edge of that perforated line. Just kind of start the bend like so. In doing that, I kind of started the other bend too. I bet I can just squeeze these with my fingers. Yep. And then there's our box holding a loose but installed landing gear. Okay, and then now all this, I pulled this piece. Where did it go? We got to use this B40. I've already clipped it. You set that over there. Oh, here it is. Okay, and first thing we've got to do with this, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Kind of going out of frame here. There we go. So we've got this piece here. We need, it says non-engraved side. So we're going to go this way. Wait, no, which is the engraved side? They're both engraved. I think, yeah, we want to go this way because we don't want, this way. So this is our engraved side. Yeah, so we want that down. We want to open our little doors here. And I don't know the best way to do that. I guess I'm going to do it, just kind of push with the tweezers. Man, we got to be real. These will break off so easy. So you only want to make these folds. Oh, God dang, I just bent the whole. What's the best way to do this? What if I open up the pliers to hold the metal piece on like so? Can y'all kind of see what I'm doing here? I just want to hold it to keep from folding over. Now open those. Make that fold only one time because I do not. These little doors will absolutely, I guarantee you, break off. They're not all the way. I need to fold them all the way open though. Plenty of room. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. And then we kind of, we drop. Where did it go? Here it is. And the wheel goes forward towards the pointy side. Yeah, because it drags out back. Is that right? Yeah, it's going to drag out back. And then there's two slots. I got to make sure those slots aren't on my... I think my wheel is literally too fat because I didn't make this very well. Is that going to fit in there? Oh, my goodness. I can't even get it. My wheel in. There we go. There it went. Okay. Now can I get the two tabs? What are the odds I can get these tabs to line up? If you're a betting man, bet against it. No, wait. You would have lost. I got him. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold it like so, set it flat on the ground here. These tabs that I now need to kind of fold over are tiny. I'm going to fold them outways, I think, without destroying anything. Oh, my tab came out. Okay. No problem. Just right back in. Okay. It's so tiny. Again, I just kind of give the play-by-play. I'm trying to get... tab went over. That one went over. Tab folded. You get the play-by-play because it's so tiny you can't see what I'm doing. And there's that one. Okay. It's going to straighten out the wheel a little bit. There we go. I like that a little better. Okay. There we go. See what we got? All right. So now, and I've kind of destroyed the wheel. Let me see if I can. The tread of these wheels of the wheel, and it's way crooked. I got to twist it. Kind of straighten that out. Squishing it through. Oh wow, it's way off. So you have two wheel faces that need to line up, and they are not lining up at all. Which I'd like to get them at least close. I mean, you know. I don't know. It's close enough for the company we keep, I guess. I don't know. Let me see if I can squish that tire tread in a little bit. It's just kind of, it looks like it has a tire delaminating. And just that little bit of something got it all out of line. I'm afraid this is about to break on me. So I'm going to leave it like it is. That's actually not too bad. It got pretty close. Can you guys see? You might have no idea what I'm doing. Not too bad on the wheel. Let me get it over the white so you can kind of see. All right. We get to flip the page, I guess. And I think, yeah, we're going to put this in the backside here. What do we have? We have, oh, that tab's already, I got a tab that's like bent way out of shape already somehow, probably from messing with actually doing the tail. Is that tab gone? I might have a broken tab back here. If that's the case, it is what it is, I guess. Oh, I see. It's bent. Oh my gosh. Can I get that to fold back up here, please? So I've got a tab that's not where it needs to be that we're about to have to use. It's all moved out of place, and I think from back when we were messing with this tail, and then the tail broke and we had to do a whole bunch of stuff with it. I do know we were supposed to, I think, kind of fold this, round this kind of out like that. And then we've got, yeah, just this 4 tabs. Is that right? Yeah, 4 tabs we're going to put through. Now what I need to do though, see, it's going to follow, gosh, not even in the screen. We're going to follow this line here. This needs to follow that line. So I kind of want to, it's more of just a bend than just a break instead of a curve, like a bend. Something like that, I think. Just want to try to get it close. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Now let's see if we can get my own. I got to make sure I keep you guys able to see. I think that's part of what's also made this difficult. Filming it makes it even more difficult because I can't, like, I'd like to pull this thing close to me, put it under a magnifying glass, all this kind of stuff. I can't do that because then you guys can't see what's going on. And that's kind of the whole point. This needs to be squeezed together a little bit. I've got this janked up tab back here, which I think is really going to cause me problems. Let's see if I can get the back in first. Let me see if I can actually get that particular tab in first, and then just, is it even going to fit in the slot anymore? It's so twist it up. Let me see if I can squeeze it flat-ish, like so. And see if I can get it in its slot first. It's this back tab right here that I'm dealing with, trying to. I don't think this would be nearly as hard if this hadn't got kind of goofed up. Let me look at it this way. I think it's bent. It's so hard to tell. Literally my eye starts twitching from trying to look at these little bitty things. Oh, give it back. Yeah, this is going to be, I think this would be a lot easier if we didn't have this goofed up tab back here that I can't even get to fit in the slot, I don't think. I think that's what's going on here. All of your, so when you get to the, yeah, I can see it's bent. That's what it is. Now I can kind of see that it's bent right there. That straightened it out. And so now if I can just get it in the slot, then I can pull it over where it needs to go. Well, that's my theory, at least. Yeah, all the little, and with this, I mean, it's literally fractions of millimeters that you're off there. It just went in. The fraction of millimeters that you're off on something, now when you start trying to put these final pieces in, it comes to bite you. And so if you got a tab that's kind of got janked up a little bit and moved out of place, I do not want to break this tail again. I just glued it back on. The tail is actually glued on because it broke. Don't tell anyone. Okay, so this edge, where would that be? The starboard side is actually, it's in, its clips are in. It's this other, the port side of the vessel that is not in. And I don't want to break my tail again. Let's see if I can. Oh boy. Sorry. I'm so terrified of breaking things. Actually, I say that this starboard side isn't in either. You know what? Let me go ahead. I think, no, it's not in. No, it missed. Okay, it's on the outside of the tab. There we go. Now it's in the tab. You know what I'm gonna, if I could get these two front ones in, maybe that's, oh boy, now nothing. now it's all loose. This has been, there we go. Wait, is that got them? This has really been a struggle. I'm not even kidding. This whole build. I'm amazed that there's even anything here. I'm amazed that I just broke the tail again. You know what? Well, leave it. I was thinking I'd just go ahead and break it all the way off just so it's not in the way. Get these two front tabs in. Then I can work on getting the back tabs in. Is that in there? I can't tell. Yeah, I'm pretty amazed I haven't just crumpled this up into a little ball of foil as of yet. Okay, the tail is going. Man, I just glued this on. Let me see if it'll. Problem is I'm going to end up getting so much glue on this tail piece that it's going to be really awful looking. I'm going to have to leave it off. What I'll do is I'll scrape it and then we'll glue it back on. I don't know what else to do at this point. Probably should just left it off anyways. You know, knowing that I would be breaking it again. It's so close. These two front ones are very close to going in. I think if I can get the two front ones, then I can work on getting the two back ones. I can get one and not the other is the problem. Why is that? Oh, I get so frustrated. It is hard to keep your cool. Okay, I think that's both of those front ones are in, I think. Let me double check. Let me see if I can, is that in there? It's so hard to tell. I think it is. The hard part is how am I supposed to bend those over now? Try using the file. The tabs are so small that I can't even see if they bent. I think that one did. Yeah. That one. There we go. Okay. That's the front ones. So now I think we just manipulate the back, especially without the tail on here. I'm not as scared to try to move things around and push on stuff. I think I just need to squeeze them together a little, squeeze this in a little bit. Lay it flat on the table. It's hard to, did that go? I think that got it. I think that got, it's got the janky one is in. I think I bent our antenna. The back one looks like it's bent, it's bending over. I think it's not hitting the, is it going through? No. So let me get the tweezers. What's happening is it's bending underneath the piece instead of going through the slot. Let me see if I can stand that up through there. Did that get it? I think that got it. Yeah. Now I just need to kind of push it all in place. Get down in there we go. There we go. Now what I'll do, go ahead and fold these tabs over. There, that one, I can feel it. Sometimes you can feel them just fold over. Come on, you pile of... I think that's pretty good. 20 minutes. 20 minutes it took to do that. And we just, all that came out of it is we broke the tail again for the 800th time. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to push on this because then it bends your landing gear. I'm going to try to, you know what? I'm going to try to push that in place just a little bit better while I don't have the tail on. Okay, I think that's all right. I think we need to pull this out just a little bit. Okay, and what are we doing next? Next, we're going to do whatever this is, I think. Okay, so let me set this, I'm going to set it aside. I think I'm going to go ahead. What did I do? I have some gel. Yeah, I have some gel glue that I think I'm going to try to use to put the tail back on. I guess you guys can be witness to this. I'm using this gel stuff just because it builds up nice and thick. Here it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this back in place. I mean, it sits right in place like that. Let's not touch that for a while. Let's just leave that to the side to glue in place for the 18th time. And then let's go ahead and work on this piece, which is this guy here. I've already clipped it out. And then we need this little piece. Is it in the monkey head? It is. I put it in the monkey head because it is tiny. So first what we need to do, it looks like this is the engraved side. It looks like we bend that down. Where did my, here they are. Can we bend, it looks like, yeah, just this piece here gets bent down a little bit. I think it's just a vent that's going to be underneath, at least the representation of a vent that's going to be underneath the underside of the plane. And then we need to fold these little pieces over. So I'm going to do that. Man, I was hoping to get this done today, but it don't look like that's going to happen. But we'll get as much done as we can. Okay. Okay, and then I think it just kind of bends, that part just kind of bends up a little bit. I'm not sure where that's supposed to go. And then we're going to take this what are we doing? We're going to take this. Speaking of this, where is it? Here it is. We're going to take it and we're going to bend. There is, I mean, what is the point? There are little, can you guys see that there's a little tab that sticks out here? Those they want us to bend down. So we'll just give it a try with the old pliers here, the needle nose pliers. Just kind of grab and bend like that. There we go. I mean, this is literally, it is just one step above microscopic. I'm not even kidding. That's going to have to be good enough. And then we need to bend the tabs themselves down to make the connection. So let's do that. Can use this to bend them the rest of the way to a 90. I think that's going to have to work. And then this goes on here. Oh my gosh, I can't see. Right here? Oh, really? Come on, come back here. No idea. Okay, let's see. Get in there. Okay, I think they're in. And then what we're going to do, I think we twist, right? Is that what they want us to do? We're going to grab these little tabs. If I can hold on to it. Give me the good pliers. Grab it and twist. Okay. Grab the other one. Grab it and twist. Yeah, and that's how that's supposed to go. And it makes like a little scoop of sorts. Okay. Now, you know what I'm going to do? What do we got? We have A43. I don't know if I've even clipped that out yet, have I? Let me grab our sheet here and see. What do we want? A43. Where are you? 43 is here. Have we clipped that out yet? No, that's right here. Oh, it's got our paint on it. Got some of our red color on here. Let's go ahead and pull this out. We'll get it ready to go. I don't want to touch the plane itself right now because we have that tail that's drying up on it. But we can go ahead and get the parts ready. This guy is ready. I'll set it to the side over here. I'll keep it where you guys can see. Actually, you know what? Let's put it in the monkey head so we don't lose it. And now let's go ahead and get this guy ready. And what do they want us to do? I'm going to very gently, just said let's not mess with this. This is going to go, do I really need to, goes this way. I don't want to fold those up because then it won't make that connection underneath there. Why are they telling me to fold? They want me to fold the edges up, but that doesn't make any sense. Let me look at the cover of this. Yeah, they don't have it folded up. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as is. We'll make that connection. And once that tail's dried up, we'll do that. So I'm going to put this also in the monkey head. And then let's actually start working on the props themselves. I think that'll be a good game plan. And we need A48. No, if I could read. We need A40. We're at the 44, which is this guy here, this red piece here. Let's go ahead and pull that out, and we'll start working on the props. See how far along we can get. Like I said, I was hoping we could finish today, but I really don't think we're going to be able to make it as long as this stuff takes to do. I did, just a heads up, where did I put it? Here it is. I did go ahead and just make the little stand that at the very end you make this little stand and it sits on. I went ahead and made that. It was actually see, if everything was this size, this was very simple to make. If everything was this size, it would be so easy. I'm going to set that back aside, but that's already ready to go. So when it comes time, we got to turn this thing. We've done this before where we got to try to turn this into a cone. And this is never easy. The easiest, I think the game plan we had last time when we did the fuel tanks, I went ahead and folded this down, the little tab down like this. Go ahead and fold it over a little bit so that when we get to our slot. It's already folded over. And then what I did is I used the backside of one of my files to try to, because you have to roll it in a fan shape like this so that it becomes conical. It becomes like an ice cream cone. So you have to kind of work your way over there like that. And then let me see if I can work. Do I just, I need to bend this, at least roll this over like so. Let's see. And then we got to try to get that tab to meet with that slot, which is absolutely easier said than done because it doesn't roll perfect, of course, or at least when I do it, I need that to roll over some. I'm just going to try to use my fingers because I don't want to break it. There's our tab, there's our slot. I think our tab just needs to come back a little bit, needs to be bent back a little bit like this. And come over top of this. If you can, I found that the couple that I was able to do this on with the fuel tanks, if you can just make the connection, then you can kind of round out, make your ice cream cone, I guess I would say. There it went. Okay. Now if I use the pliers to kind of squeeze it together, I think, whoops. I think we're over top of the slot. I can squeeze it in there through. Is that right? Yeah, it's going in. Okay, how do I keep it there? Let me try to round it out. Maybe I can just squish it over with the pliers. I think I did. Okay. Just squeeze it with the pliers. There we go. There we go. So we have, I guess, and then you kind of just put that cap on it there. We have basically, an ice cream cone. And we want to try to make it I would think we want to try to make this as round as possible, which, it has its lumps and bumps. So it'll match the rest of the plane that has its lumps and bumps. I think that's going to be okay. Let's go with that. What do we have next? A45, which is easy to find because it's the props. Where's my clippers? I'm just going to kind of snip my way around here. This is the easiest way I've found to pull these off, is just use your nippers, and then at the last one you can just kind of fold it off if you need to, or go and snip it also. Okay, what do we do with this first? We have to just fold all the blades over, it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead, let me move this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the monkey head so I don't lose him. We're this far along, we haven't lost a piece yet. The monkey head's been coming through for us on that, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to kind of just start all the folds on the edge of this so that I know they're nice and straight. And then we'll fold them all the way over like that. And now we'll fold them all the way over. I think it'll go pretty easily. There we go. There we go. Again, you have, oh shoot, I'll show you here. You have a very small connection, each prop to the center here, each prop blade to the center is a very small connection. So you do not want to over manipulate those because they will just pop right off. I guarantee it. Okay, is that all we have to do with this? Is just yeah, and then we want to put our cap on. So let's go back to the monkey head. Grab our little cone or cap. Some of the old planes, they would paint a spiral on the end. They would spiral out, so when it spun, it was like one of those hypnotizing looking things. I always thought that was kind of cool. Okay, there's one tab. Let's get over. And of course, this is not even close. Why is this so much wider? Come on, get it over to that tab. There we go. It's going to fit very tight. Now, again, I need to not try to bend these. I don't want to bend. I'm going to hold this flat. I don't want to accidentally bend these prop blades because I'm afraid I'm going to break one. that tab through there? I can't tell. Okay, that one is. I can see it. Come on, just fold over for me. I swear these little things. It's like they're like you know how like an egg. If you take a chicken egg, you can't obviously you can crush it in your hand, but if you go from end to end, you can't crush it. It's kind of like what these tabs are like. When they're straight up and down, I can't get them to. This tab was not in either. I need to kind of fold it out. It's not reaching out to its slot. Maybe I can just pull the slot to it. Is that the game plan? Can I get this? Let's pull this up to it. Were we supposed to fold these or anything? No, we weren't. Okay. What I think I need to do, well, I did, but that's not working. The slots these need to go in are further apart than the tabs are. So I can't get this second. I mean, it's just bare. It looks like it's just barely tipping in there. And I'm trying so hard not to break these prop blades. I don't want to scratch it up too much either with these. I think this is going to have to do like that. And then let me see if I can just kind of fold it just a little bit. No, it's not in, is it? I mean, it seems to be holding, but it's not really in there that I can tell. But I think we're going to go with it because it seems to be, I mean, it's holding in place. So we'll go with it. Don't argue, right? Okay, so that's got the blade done. Yeah, that seems to be holding in place. I can probably flatten everything out here. Scoot it over just a little bit like this. There we go. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. That's simply aside because now we need to go with 46, which I've got to assume is this guy here. Where's the, actually it orients this way, and is that 46? Yes. We're kind of running out of pieces. In fact, I think this is the last piece on this tray here. I'm going to go ahead and clip this one too because I don't want to bend this too much. There we go. And then we just roll this in a circle. I might use, I mean, this is nowhere near small enough, but it gets us a good start to get this bend in it. I'm about to run out of time on my SD card here, so we're going to have to, I'm going to try to finish this up, and that's probably all we're going to have time for today, which means we are definitely not going to get finished today. We're really close, though, actually. Actually, we're really close. I wish I had more time on my SD card. I'd just run long, but it's going to fill up on us. What I need to do, I'm going to put the X-Acto. Will that fit? No, the X-Acto won't even fit, will it? Yeah, it will. Put the X-Acto in behind it. I'm going to put the tab. I think the X-Acto is a little too big. Let me go with, what did I have that was a little bit smaller? I want something behind this so I can fold the tab over. I'm just going to put the paintbrush in behind here. Keep the tab in. And then fold it all flat. I'm trying to use, there we go. I got it to hold a little bit. Ouch. Keep poking myself with these. These are seriously pointy tweezers, and I keep stabbing myself with them. Okay, now, and I can probably use, I'm going to use this brush here to kind of round this out a little bit. That's not too bad. I tell you what, let me see. Yeah, we've got about, see, it looks like about 3 minutes or so left on our timer. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, I've got a problem. I think I know why our tab didn't fit on this. I was trying to go in the wrong slot hole. Then I was putting that tab in the slot. Yeah, I'm going to have to move that back now. I was trying to put, that's why it wasn't reaching. I didn't realize there was two, they're so small you can't even see them. I didn't realize I was putting this tab in the outside slot hole. That's why this wasn't fitting. And there's an inside slot hole here. See if I can get that back in there. I think that actually, did that just go in the correct? No, it's still going in the outside one. I've got to bend it. Now I've got it bent so far out, which by far out, I mean, it's literally 5 hair widths difference, but that makes all the difference. Can you please fold back for me? Fold back. Yeah, I need this to bend back. Let me see if I can just bend it like this. Unbelievable. Yeah, I could not even see. That's why it wasn't reaching, because I was trying to put it in that outside slot. I didn't even see there was an inside slot. It's kind of marring up our paint, but I mean, I don't know what to do about it. There, that's probably going to help. There we go. It finally kind of bent. There we go. Okay. Now I think that is in the correct slot hole. Well, it was. Get back in there. Okay. I'm going to hold it tight down on the table like so. And now fold that over. And we are about to run out of time. So I'm going to keep messing with this. I'll get this put together. I'll get the prop finished up before tomorrow. I thank you for joining me. I really do. If you've made it this far, you really are a trooper. I appreciate it. I'm going to finish this up. We will definitely finish this build tomorrow. There, it just bent over. Hit that like button if you would. Hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up with these. There is a playlist if you want to catch all the previous episodes for whatever reason. But if you do, they're there. I'm going to go ahead and get this back together, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.